fan, welcome to Learning Crypto and welcome to a new video. So today we're going to do some general market sentiment, have a run over what's currently going on across the markets, and then we'll check out some news and some hot topics. So if you're not already, then please make sure that you do subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and let's get right into it. So looking at Bitcoin, we are still on an uptrend. We have had quite a significant drop over the course of the last few days, but I mean it's nothing too major. If we just have a look at it in terms of a price range, from the all-time highs that we hit up at 65k, we have done a 21% drop, which is it's not too bad, to be honest. It was only a week down, and currently we sat at around 16% down from them all-time high. So in my opinion, it's nothing to worry about. On my way up, as you can see on these other levels here, from when we created all-time highs at 42k, we did a retracement down to 29k. What was a 30% drop, we did a 26% drop, currently on a 21% drop. So I mean, it's not too bad at a minute. I mean, I think I would start to get worried if we started closing a few daily candles below here and dropping further down, but I mean, Bitcoin is still ruling the market, and everything else unfortunately has dropped down with it, apart from, well, VeChain has done a bit of a drop. But if you just look at that, let's just drop into a 4-hour, get rid of that today actually. So yeah, I mean, VeChain is incredibly bullish in terms of a price drop. We've only had that's done a 23% drop as too, so I mean it's not majorly bad, but it's holding up well. It's one of the only ones that's green on the BTC pairings. Take a look at the Bitcoin market dominance. We did drop all the way down to this next major level of support that we identified over the last few weeks' videos at 52%, and we have bounced. So I was expecting a bounce, to be honest. I was expecting a bounce at this level. It did happen, but then we lost it immediately. I think this level will be a little bit tougher to crack. If you just look at the weekly time frame, have a zoom out, we have failed to close a daily or weekly candle below 52.2 since 13th of August 2018. So that's 3 years coming up to now, which is a significant amount of time to not go below that level. So things in terms of alt season are looking very, very good. Looking at that on the weekly, that looks like a steep drop. Dropping into the daily, just having a look at this this level here, we have bounced up. Like I say, we have failed to close a daily candle below this. So things for Bitcoin dominance aren't looking too bad at a minute. We could still get a bounce. I can't see us coming back up to 57%, to be honest. I think that would be quite severe. I think the market knows which way it's heading now. Potentially BTC could still rally from here and push back up towards these levels, and even target this level. I got marked up at 70k. I think 70k, and we've got fib level around between 73 and 74k. There's another level there, but I think we're still not over yet with BTC. I mean, there's still calls for pushing up to 100k this year, but let's just keep his feet on the ground and see what goes on in general. And if we just take a quick look at Ethereum, this is the USDT chart. Created new all-time highs up at 2,545, and currently we are on a slight retracement. Let's just have a look at it in terms of Fibonacci. We'll see where we stood. Take the bottom of there up to the top. Currently sat at that 382 level, so potentially that could be the end of the road. We have wicked below it down towards that 50% retracement level, but if you've watched our videos before, we do tend to target that 382 level and the golden ratio down at 618. So I mean, we have got that level down there at 1,770. But I mean, even though you're looking at it right and think everything's bearish and end at world, when to be honest we're still quite bullish. The entire crypto market cycle is in an uptrend, so potentially we could come down to that level, but it's looking good that we could turn around from this level, fingers crossed. In terms of targets for Ethereum, you can use these extensions at 2884 and 3320. I think the first major target for myself is looking at that $3,000 mark. I think that is quite a significant level. It's a nice level of psychological resistance, and I think people will be looking to potentially sell there. Imagine if you bought it like last year at $85 and you're looking at a $3,000 Ethereum, you're going to be taking a lot of profit off the table. And just one final point here before we jump into some news. Ethereum BTC has been on the up. We've not had much of a pullback really, considering that the entire markets are bleeding. This is just hanging around this area. You could even say that we're creating a bit of a bull flag within this current move on the daily time frame. So potentially we could have a break to the upside from this move here. I'm not the best at drawing bull flags, but you can see what I mean. I'll have a zoom in. I've done that wrong. There we go. I'm using my Mac this time, so it's hard to work it without a mouse. Yeah, that looks horrendous, but you know what I mean. It looks like we've got a potential bull flag forming there. Let's just neaten it up. So potentially we could have a break to the upside if Ethereum breaks out. Like I say, I'm still waiting for a breakout on Ethereum to pretty much lead this alt season. We have seen some major growth on altcoins, but I don't think anything's been quite parabolic yet, so fingers crossed we get to that stage very soon. Taking a look at some of the news, what's currently hot and what is grabbing the most attention. Dogecoin market cap hits $50 billion, surpassing Ing and Barclays. We do know that the major growth of this meme coin has been absolutely parabolic, and hitting $50 billion in market cap is absolutely insane. I mean, just for a little Dogecoin, you gotta laugh at it. But I mean, there's a few people saying it's bad for crypto. It's not what crypto is all about, but it's a talking point, and if more people that talk about it, more people that buy it, is inevitably going to bring that fund into cryptocurrency. I think a lot of people who don't even know about crypto are investing in this. It's massive on social media, and like I say, this has happened before. In 2017, 2018, it had some major growth. Nothing like we've seen now, but it did ignite the alt season, and it's always been quite a bit reliable source that Doge does start at the beginning of alt season. So let's just wait out. We do know that Elon Musk has been pumping this as well, which is quite crazy. So the last 10 days has been nothing short of impressive for Dogecoin, which rallied more than 500% to new all-time highs at 45 cents. Even after a 15% correction, the powerful rally capitulated Dogecoin market capitalization above well-established financial institutions like Ing, Barclays and Credit Agricole. The meme-driven cryptocurrency was pushed higher by multiple Twitter posts from Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, and second wealthiest person alive. Musk is not the only billionaire business person to support a cryptocurrency. We do know a lot of famous celebrities jumping in on the act. And just going further into the details here, as the cryptocurrencies market grows, institutional focused exchanges will offer altcoin derivatives, creating a more efficient market. Meanwhile, comparing Dogecoin's market cap to more established banks provides distorted figures. While some claim that the new regulations are needed to avoid inefficiencies, one must remember that GameStop shares rallied over 860% in January. So yeah, we do need to know that things can just pump out of nowhere with a little bit of social activity behind them. So personally, I'm not buying Dogecoin, but I don't think it's bad for a space. I think it's just inevitably it's going to bring more money in, and the longer this goes on, the harder alts are really going to push in this next few quarters coming up. And the UK government establishes a central bank digital currency task force. This was announced by Rishi Sunak and the HM Treasury in the UK. So the United Kingdom is the latest country to begin exploring the possibility of creating a central bank digital currency, which is CBDCs, if you have heard of that mnemonic before. Her Majesty's Treasury and the Bank of England have begun preliminary central bank digital currency studies that could result in the creation of a national digital currency. This is not the first country, and it will not be the last. I think seeing the growth that cryptocurrency has had over the course of the last 10-11 years, people are starting to notice, banks are starting to notice, and inevitably banks want control. The countries, the governments want control. So if they can adopt a digital currency which they have control, rather than having a physically backed asset like gold, then this is going to be the way ahead, and I think you're going to see a lot more of this going into the future. In a document published by HM Treasury, the Exchequer announced the creation of a CBDC task force in collaboration with the United Kingdom Central Bank. Sir John, the Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, and Catherine Braddock, Director General of Financial Services at HM Treasury, will co-chair the task force. According to the terms of the reference document, the task force will synergise the efforts of all relevant statutory bodies in the UK regarding the CBDC development. So, we have got a solid team together, people with mass experience, and the Joint Treasury and the BOE Task Force will also monitor CBDC-related developments in the international scene, especially as other nations are active exploring their own digital currencies and projects. Nothing to say that we are going to actually push out one, but I think the exploration of CBDCs is there, and in my opinion, I do think that we will see a lot more of this throughout the next few years with, like I say, this major growth that we're had. And this growth is not over. I mean, we are in the middle of a major bull cycle, which you could say was kicked off by that COVID dump in 2020. And ever since then, everything's been on the up. And we do know that these cycles can last for a while. The last bear cycle was around 2.5, 3 years. Nothing to say that this bull cycle can't be 3-4 years plus now, so we could still be quite at the beginning of this major run. So buy your favourite assets, do some research, invest and hodl, because things could start to get very crazy over the course of the next few years. So that's going to do it for today's video. That is an update this week on the general market sentiment, and then some headlines of what currently is hot. So we do know that Dogecoin is very hot. CBDCs are an up-and-coming feature that the entire world are going to see. So that will do it for today's video. Please make sure if you're not that you subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and we'll catch you next time.